Humidor Shop Humidor Shop Get ready. Humidor Shop Get ready. Humidor Shop Sports. Humidor Shop Cigars. Humidor Shop Get ready. Humidor Shop Get ready. Humidor Shop
Yo, what's up, man? This is your boy, Mr. SmokeFella, back with y'all with SmokeFellas presents Humidor Sports and Cigars, man. Hey, man, it feel like we've been gone a long time, but you know, we had things going on, but we back today to give y'all sports the way we do it in the Cigar Lounge, raw, uncut, with all the shits and giggles, man. So let's go. I'm gonna bring in my people right now. I'm gonna bring in my man that goes by the numbers 33. KDL, what's up?
What is happening? What is happening? Good morning, good people. How y'all doing? Let's get it.
I got my boy. He calls himself Lucky Lefty, aka Mr. 5 o'clock somewhere. What's up, my man?
Not today. Overdid it last night. No, my new thing now is I was overserved.
They didn't cut you up?
I'm not being accountable. I was overserved last night.
All right, I like the sound of that.
Even though I poured most of my own stuff when I was pre-gaming, but still, I feel like they should have knew that when I got there. Shout out to Carlisle's, man. Great time last night, man.
Hey, we got a special guest, but you already know my guy. SmokeFellas' very own DJ, DY Nemesis. Please explain your name this week, please.
First things first time in a long time. Happy to be back with you good fellas. Top of the morning to everybody out there listening in, watching and everything. The name says it all. If you a fan of wrestling, this is WrestleMania weekend. If you know anything about probably the best on-screen interviewer in wrestling history, Mean Gene Oakland. That's my moniker for today.
Yeah, he was real entertaining, boy.
The legend, baby.
And was funnier off camera.
Yeah.
Mean Gene. But like I say, my man is Randy, the Macho Man. He's like, I didn't need no what did he call the Hulkamaniacs? He had his own name for them, man. Because he couldn't stand.
Yeah, he couldn't stand.
He couldn't stand them, man. That dude is hilarious.
Well, I'm Ric Flair all the way, man. But
Ric Flair was my boy. I'm a dancing. I'm a partying.
The man said one time his shoes cost more than somebody's house. I'll never forget that.
Hey, man, I'm a fan of there's so many, man. Dusty Rhodes, Road Warriors, Von Erichs. Like, man, I've been watching wrestling a long time. And public service announcement. If you somewhere and people are watching WrestleMania, because the first match is on ESPN, I think, or ESPN2, so everybody be able to watch it. We know it's not real. Stop telling us that. We figured it out a long time ago that it's not real.
Well, us wrestling fans
don't need that. GSA, stop telling us it ain't real.
Hey,
we
just,
know it ain't.
Bro, you started talking wrestling, man, and man, I've been following wrestling since I was a kid. We used to go to the International Amphitheater every month, the AWA.
Ooh, you.
My mom used to take.
I used to go to
that was Greg.
Sean,
Greg Gagne.
Magnum TA, Nikila Koloff.
No, that was before Magnum TA, dude.
No,
I'm telling you,
burned
I was
down.
a shorty. I was like 10 years old, man, when we first started going, dude. That was crazy. International Amphitheater, not even there anymore.
It's not. That's what I say. You dating yourself, bro.
The WWE was at the Rosemont Horizon. The NWA was at the UIC Pavilion.
It was the WWF back then.
Well, WWF, yeah.
Yes.
WWF then.
Yeah, well, remember the WWF didn't get here. The AWA, because they were all regional. Trust me, I know all this shit. Wrestling things were regional. Yep. So we had the AWA here with Vern Gagne. And then what happened is with the WWF, Vince McMahon decided to say, hey, what's to stop us from going to other places? Because they're on TV and we could watch WWF here. We watched WWF, we watched the Mid-South, the WCW.
Yeah.
Then we watched the World Class Championship Wrestling with the Von Erichs. So they had a whole slew.
Von Erich. Yeah.
Yeah, down in Texas. Reunion Arena in Dallas, Texas.
Yeah.
And so Vince McMahon was like, well, listen, we're on TV over these places. Why don't we just go to these places? And that's when the WWF started going around the world, and other promotions were pissed because they're on TV and now they're coming into their territory, but free enterprise. Yeah,
right.
I love wrestling. I'm telling you, every month we would go to the International Amphitheater and then to the Rosemont Horizon, then to the UIC Pavilion, then the Rosemont Horizon. It was like a kid. It was like clockwork, bro.
Hey, man, but be totally honest, though. Did y'all see it ever going this big, like ESPN, Netflix? Like, I mean, they talking about WrestleMania on Sports Center, man. I never saw it
all
going
week.
This big.
All week.
Well, it's a part of ESPN.
Like,
now,
it's
so
crazy.
They got,
dude.
they got the Disney wave now. They can promote it like that.
But you got to think back when we was coming up. They had cartoons and wrestling was the shit, man.
Yeah.
Wrestling was the shit, man. So I'm not surprised that it went to another level like this. But man, bro.
I mean, even the Hogan era didn't get here. You know what I mean? I remember Hogan was larger than life. You know what I'm saying? Back then, had his own cartoon toys. He was in movies, everything. But I'm just saying, they've been on every show. Get Up, Sports Center. They've been interviewing them all week.
Yeah,
man.
but they're part of ESPN now, though. So yeah, they getting that. Walt Disney.
I never knew it would get this big.
Hey, I'm gonna throw a name out there for you. Back in the day, the Sheik.
Iron Sheik.
The Iron Sheik.
Now
that's who Hulk Hogan beat for the title.
It was two Sheiks. It was a regular Sheik from like back in the 60s and 70s, and then the Iron Sheik who's 70s, 80s.
Right.
That's who Hulk Hogan beat for his world title. Was the Iron Sheik, because the Iron Sheik had him in the camel clutch, and no one had ever gotten out of the camel clutch. He was undefeated, and they're counting on. They're asking him, "You give," and he's over. He's like this, and he's like, no. The Madison Square Garden went crazy. So it was at MSG. And he gets up and like, oh my God. It was Gorilla Monsoon was on the call. Gorilla Monsoon and Vince McMahon were on the call.
Monsoon? Yeah, yes, sir.
You know what made it so big? When the war going on? Something was going on, like in America.
The Iran
was going on. It was
the Cold War with Russia.
They used to throw shit at the Iron Sheik.
Yeah.
The Cold War with Russia, and then Iran, they had the hostages and stuff like that. Yeah.
Something was going on in the world.
He like Iran #1, USA, Hak Tui.
Yeah, it was something going on. Yeah.
Hey, I specifically remember trying to put somebody in a camel clutch growing up. Like I really tried it.
You tried.
That was probably
the trying to put somebody in
that was
it Ben?
Lefty.
Nah, Ben. If I'd have got Ben, he wouldn't be sitting here right now. If I'd have got him in a camel clutch, I'd have snapped his spine.
Nah, he was probably being inappropriate with some 5th grade girl or something back then.
Oh wow!
Don't tell my business, dog. Don't tell my business over here.
Talking about I put somebody in a camel. Yeah, you tried a camel clutch.
Ben would have been like Johnny Knox.
Hey, I don't know how far the statute of limitations go back, so be cool.
Well, speaking of statute of limitations, what about your boy Uso jumping on Cameron, pulling him over that table like he was Rico? on Paid in Full.
Hey, man,
Okay, so go back and watch the whole interview. Cameron was very disrespectful, and he should have hit him.
But
not just snatched him over the table, he should have hit him.
When he was pulling him over the table, Cameron was smiling. Like if it's another angle, like Cameron literally was smiling.
Yeah,
when he pulled him over the table.
But I'm gonna tell you, it made good for podcasts, man. It was hilarious, bro.
Hey man, podcasters and social media influencers, iShowSpeed, man, they coming up. They gonna be a part of Mania one way or another. I hate the Usos are part of that gimmicky shit though. I wish they had their own match because I'm a huge fan of Usos tag. They definitely are my top 10 tag teams of all time.
But
I wish they had a real match, not this gimmick shit that they doing today though.
So
if y'all go back and watch the actual podcast, Mace was like, "Hey man, this ain't the show for that, bro." He was trying to tell him to chill.
Right.
Like this ain't the show for that, man.
Man,
they kept trying to switch the questions. And Cameron was like,
they sold it well.
But you know, we got Tubied.
Yeah.
Because they supposed to be street dudes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Dude took his jacket off or whatever and then stood up. What that mean in the street?
Facts.
Yeah.
That means it's about to go down. And
he said, man, I'm out of here, man. You know, I ain't got to take this. I'm out.
And the fact that his ass would have been in jail if he'd have did that. He got locked up. That's assault. You know what I'm saying? And Jay Uso ain't no little dude. He may not be as big as some other wrestlers, but he ain't no little dude.
Hey, but
and Cameron ain't tough like that. He ain't finna talk crazy, no big motherfucker like that.
Listen, the way he was talking to him, man, it was so hilarious. He was like, well,
when you gonna bring me a Sunday?
He's like, but you here?
So man, you brought me a Saturday wrestle.
I told you bring me a Sunday night person. You gonna bring me a Saturday? I'm like, damn.
Hey, so DY, man, I'm gonna turn it over to you, man. WrestleMania weekend. What's up? What you got? You got some predictions and stuff? Let's go.
Man, yeah, absolutely. So I got to pull up my list here real quick. You know what I'm saying? Talking to the fellas the other day, man, and kind of my take on how I see things panning out for the weekend, Saturday and especially Sunday. Saturday night to me is going to be the best night. Tonight is the best night, the best matches. But I think it's going to be a few spoilers in what we might see tonight. So I got a feeling for the WWE Championship match. Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton. Number one, I think Orton wins. But number two, I don't think Orton wins on his own. I think there's some interference. You've kind of seen it happen here in the last few weeks with the hooded people and Seth and all of that stuff going on. So it's been some mystery people that have come in from the back. I kind of got a feeling, and I know Pat McAfee involved, but I don't think he's going to be the one that kind of costs him the match.
Well, I hope somebody DDT him.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think somebody may end up taking him out before he can impact the match. But one person who I think may impact, and it's funny because they mentioned it the other day. He mentioned it last night on SmackDown. Kevin Owens.
Yep, I was thinking.
I think Kevin Owens may show up.
KO. Look out for KO coming back
because he embedded with both of them real tough.
Mm-hmm.
Real tough. So I'm interested to see that. I also believe I don't think if the Rock was around, I think we would know it.
Yeah, not for that match. He may be more involved with Roman than with Cody.
Right. And the Rock ain't just finna pop up. If Rock coming, he want the whole week worth of attention.
Mm-hmm.
And then one other one that I have, I think is gonna be impacted is the Gunther versus Seth Rollins match. So I'm taking Seth for the win, but you may see a Braun Breaker sighting during that match. Don't know how it's gonna impact it. I still think Seth might get the win. I had Gunther earlier because it seemed like when you got the most heat, that's when you'll win a match like this. And Seth known for putting cats over. So I got that there. And then my last surprise for WrestleMania, you will see Bianca Belair this weekend.
Yes. The returns. This is going to be all about the comebacks.
Oh, she do.
This is going to be all about the returns. I got a feeling there's a lot of people were hurt and missing Mania. A lot of big names. I think I'm with you, at least 3 or maybe 4 like returns, like surprise returns.
So is she coming out to turn on Jade, or is she helping Rhea? Like what? How, because they never see the feud ain't built up yet. So
I think she helped Rhea.
She helped Rhea.
Rhea, yeah.
Set up her Jade.
I don't think Jade loses because Jade got all the heat. And Rhea got EO Sky to help her. So I don't think that I think she somehow, whatever it is, I think Jade keep the title.
Yeah, because Rhea really,
I think they take it off her, man. She'll never defend it.
Yeah, Rhea don't need the title. Rhea over right now.
Well, I'm gonna tell you,
She'll need it.
Right.
For the lady matches, for the women, I'm glad we in the States. So now they ain't covered up.
They don't have to cover up.
Yeah. That's my inner dirtbag moment. Carry on.
I can't wait to see Jade's outfit tonight for Mania. Let me just say that. That's my inner dirtbag moment. Yes.
Well, for me, it's Bianca.
She's gonna have something on.
And she known for a nip slip or 2.
I don't see her keeping the belt, man. She never defends it. So,
well,
I think they give it to Rhea.
I'll tell you, DY, I like your predictions so far. I know you got some more. Don't be shocked though if Cody keep it. I think it's too obvious that Randy gonna win it, but I think this is gonna go probably into SummerSlam, and then Randy may get it later. You know what I mean? Like I can see them, because this is like, so the difference in like past Manias, WrestleMania is usually the conclusion of a feud. A lot of these are beginning of feuds. Like this is, the storylines are a little jacked up this year. But I can see like Cody and Randy can go on for a couple of months. And like it's still early on in it. So I could see possibly Cody keeping it and Randy getting it off of him like around SummerSlam or something like that, or close to. But or another pay-per-view. But I don't know. We'll see how that go. But your predictions on who coming out, yeah, I like that KO prediction too. Because ain't nobody really talking about him, and he been gone for a while.
He been gone for a year.
Yeah, he been gone for a minute.
You gotta bring him back
at
at some point though.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of feel you on that. My only thing is Cody got a lot of heat. Listen to him tonight when he come out and how much they don't cheer. They're gonna sing his song, but when they both get in the ring and they both get announced, watch how many people cheer for Orton and boo Cody. I could easily see Cody losing, maybe taking a little time off, because he gearing up for that heel turn.
That heel run, yeah.
He's gonna get rid of that bleached blonde hair, come back with the dark hair.
Yeah,
Be ready for that heel turn. So I think that intrigue is what makes it probably the best match of Saturday to me.
It's like the Joker said, you can be the hero for so long, you eventually become the villain. So,
yeah,
I could see some swerves coming. Like I could see, either somebody gonna turn heel or something. Like I could see like Sami Zayn turning heel. Like I could see some. They got to do something because it's WrestleMania. Yeah. So it got to be something out the blue.
Everybody got to play the bad guy at one point in their wrestling career,
Oh, yeah.
Hulk Hogan even went bad. You know what I'm saying?
Cena, all of them, they've done it.
Greatest heel turn ever.
Right. Yeah. So, all right, what else you got, DY?
All right, let's go on to Sunday night. So Sunday night, a lot of great matches as well. We talked about the Jay Rhea match. You know what I'm saying? The Trick Williams match. Everything for me for that match is about Trick's intro. You know what I'm saying? I hope he don't bring Lil Yachty out because he just ruins the mood. I hope they just let him come out on his own. But I fully expect that to get the biggest pop of the night. Trick will win the championship for sure.
Yeah, he definitely gonna win.
Yeah.
I thought about KO maybe getting involved in this, but the KO Sami Zayn thing is like super old, super, you know what I'm saying, outplayed. So I think they just gonna let them go one-on-one. I think it'll be a good match, but Trick gonna win that match. So let's talk about the elephant in the room, and probably the biggest elephant in any room is Brock versus Obafemi. A lot of people, everybody, even watching some of the interviews the last couple of days, everybody saying Oba has got to win. To me, that spells a recipe for him not beating Brock at Mania.
Yep.
All that momentum he got, it'll be wasted. If
I'm predicting no contest. I think it's going to be a no contest type. They're going to find a way to where neither one of them looks weak. You know what I mean? Like Brock on his way out, but this ain't his retirement match. He on his way out. I think him and Gunther going to end up going at it probably at SummerSlam. That's going to be the favor, you know, to Paul Heyman. But I can't, like, if Oba got too much momentum. If he loses, it can hurt everything. Like he may not be able to recover.
That's what I'm saying.
Brock is just Brock, man. Like the beast gonna always be the beast, and until he walk away, you can never make him look. You know, you can't make him look weak. So I can't see Oba beating him clean. You know, and I can't see Oba losing. So I'm thinking it's gonna be some no contest type count out. It's gonna be some. Ain't nobody getting pinned.
Right.
Yeah, ain't nobody getting pinned.
Definitely. So last match, biggest match of the weekend, Roman Reigns versus CM Punk. I also believe there's going to be some interference here, and I think it's going to involve Seth Rollins. I can see Seth, because Seth mentioned this week his desire, how he feels about getting back in the world title hunt that he never lost. Had to give up because he got hurt for real that time. So who are the people that he despised, that he hates the most? Who are the two people he had a triple threat match with just prior to him getting hurt?
Roman and Punk.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be surprised to see Seth involved in that match. It's hard because those two big heavyweights, those two big stars in wrestling, you typically want to see them have the match out.
Roman kind of pissed off a bunch of people because didn't he say he the only real superstar WWE got? You
know what? Roman, he tried to come off as a heel, but the crowd just love him, man. Like it's getting hard for the WWE to dictate who gonna be a heel because the crowd, like, regardless how much of an asshole, they still cheering for him.
Right.
That's what was messed up with Cena's heel turn. The crowd started cheering for him again. Like, even in the midst of him being an asshole, they still they like who they like. And Roman, I don't care what he say or what he do. When he come out, everybody putting the ones up. And
that's the same thing for Orton.
Like, it's just, man, Roman is just Roman, that dude.
That's the same thing for Orton. He's trying to be a bad guy, and people cheer.
Yeah.
It's like the Stone Cold syndrome. Like, as much as Stone Cold was a bad dude, started off with Bret Hart, everybody just liked that attitude. And the same thing with Roman. When Roman started talking his shit, people eat it up because he great. He great on the mic. He great in them interviews talking about how, like, I don't like you. You ain't nothing to me. I run it. Like it, and he sounds so real when he doing all of it. That's what make him the best.
Hey, a la Ric Flair and the Macho Man. No matter what, you loved them.
Right.
The question is, do they take the belt off Cody? I mean, excuse me, do they take the belt off Punk and give it to Roman?
Well, the rumor is Punk taking a break. So after Mania, so it sounds like Roman gonna somehow get the belt. It ain't gonna be no long title run, but
no, it'd be they'll put him up against somebody at SummerSlam.
Yeah, they say Punk dealing with a few injuries. He gonna take a little break. So that's the rumor. So when that start leaking, that kind of tell you what's gonna happen.
It sucks because if Seth gets involved, he costs CM Punk the chip. Well, I shouldn't say it sucks, but that means Roman versus Seth at SummerSlam.
Yeah,
it's natural order. It'll be the big, SummerSlam 2 nights now.
Yeah.
Well, Seth is everywhere, man.
Yeah.
Seth be everywhere, man.
He a regular on NFL Network.
Right.
He a regular on that.
He everywhere, man, and people love him too. So I can see that happening.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if he announcing a Bears pick again this year too.
Yeah.
If you go Seth Roman at SummerSlam, it's a waste of time with him and Gunther. Like that was just thrown together. And if it's a one-off,
because Braun Breaker got hurt.
Yeah. And Gunther didn't have a match. Gunther didn't have anything either. So it's like they just last minute, like, let's just throw him in the mix. But it also, I think it's also a prelude to Gunther and Brock at SummerSlam, because Gunther's he went to Paul Heyman and say, I did this for you. You owe me a favor. So I can kind of see it leading to that. But let me say with Punk and Roman, hell of a job with the promos they shot.
Oh my God.
Leading up to this, man. Like classic promos from both of them guys, man. The pipe bomb that CM Punk dropped, another pipe bomb he dropped on us. Roman. I mean, even talking about the families and everything, but then even at the last time they was face to face, how they acknowledged each other, like the promos. This was one of the dopest promo runs I've ever seen, man. From both.
You got the Juggernaut backing them now. You got ESPN backing you now, so shit.
Yeah, I expect full spectacle on display tonight. You'll see Stephen A. Smith there. You're gonna see some other ESPN notable people there. You already got Pat McAfee involved. Like ESPN is just
they already there. They're all there.
They have monopolized sports and entertainment.
Hey, I would love to see Stephen A. get a clothesline.
Stephen A. work just because Stephen A. making $20 million a year. He ain't finna get in there and get hurt.
Right. Hey, just a clothesline, just one.
Stephen A. finna get in there. And
you and 10 million other people, Ben.
I can see, if they're gonna keep the belt on Cody, I can see McAfee screwing up and Orton turning on. I can see that too. If they're gonna keep the belt on Cody.
Well, ain't nobody safe with the Viper though. When he in this mode, anybody.
That's what I'm saying.
Like you never know who. Like just don't turn your.
They get McAfee up out of there.
Nah, but you know what? I've been listening to a few podcasts. They said McAfee finna have a long run with WWE. Like, especially with ESPN. Like they really like Pat McAfee. They like he's finna be involved in a lot more.
Yeah, the TKO dude put him in there.
Ain't no one nighter. He gonna be around for a minute. Like McAfee gonna be around for you. He probably not gonna be commentating, but he's definitely gonna play a big part.
Be involved, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But man, what a weekend we got, guys. WrestleMania, NBA
playoffs, baby.
Draft coming up. Man, this is like and we need something to take our mind off our sorry ass baseball teams anyway.
Hey,
so,
bro.
You watch your mouth. You see Murakami last night?
7-13 to start the season, man. Come on.
Dude,
Come
Murakami,
on,
that was a blast.
It was a blast.
Out of this world blast.
How they only say 431 feet? Come on, man. How they say only 431
feet? The measuring
feet?
tape only go to 431.
They said that was 431.
Yeah.
Hell no.
I said it should have been 541.
No.
No, straight ahead is 400, and it was over the batter's eye. Dude. Over.
They still looking for that ball. They can't find that. They don't know where it landed. Come on now.
Right.
I watched it live. I was watching it live yesterday, and when he hit it, I didn't think it was gone. It was a nice sound, but it wasn't that whoa. And I'm like, oh snap! And then when the center fielder just stopped and turned around, I was like, oh hell no! And then was it Gordon Beckham was like, oh my! When it went over the batter's eye.
Right,
so the good guy on the south side. Sorry,
the announcer went crazy. He was like, "Oh my god!"
Speaking of baseball, I thought the Cubs would be a lot better than they are. Sox was up and coming, so I really didn't have no expectations. But I thought the Cubs would be a little better. Like if you're losing at home to the Pirates, what's going on, man?
Pirates actually got a better team this year.
Real quick though. First of all, the Cubs have been ravaged. Their pitching staff is going through hell. They've lost about 4 pitchers already this year.
I saw that.
In the last 4 games, and in the last 3 games, they put up 30, 33, 35 runs in the last 3 games. Maybe the power switch is coming back. Maybe it is. I think they're like, okay.
I think the Cubs gonna go on a run. They're gonna be all right. I think this slow start, but I think they're gonna be good.
Yeah.
Cubs there's too much talent over there.
Yeah. I think they're just saying, hey, I think they're just saying, can you outscore us? The last couple games, like outscore us. I know our pitch is bad. Can you outscore us?
You can't dig yourself that big of a hole and then expect just to flick the switch on.
Dude, it's April.
They won 9-8.
It's April.
I ain't necessarily tripping. I just thought they'd be a little better.
Say they not in a hole. I think they like 9-8 right now. 9-9, something like that.
10-9.
Yeah, so they not in a hole.
They were just
they not in a hole, but one thing has to happen. May is going to be critical for them. May they going to play a lot more baseball in May. Yeah. This first month of the season, we get that. Some players coming off the World Baseball Classic and all of that good stuff. So May will be the time for them to turn it around. If they don't turn it around in May, and baseball historically has been tales of 2 halves of the season. Mm-hmm. You have some teams that have a meteoric rise and fall in the second half of the season, but they gotta do something in May.
Well, maybe it is. Maybe the problem is some people actually play better baseball in the summer when it's supposed to be played anyway. Not in this damn 50-degree weather that they playing in right now. I think baseball season is too damn long.
Every team going to run here and there. I get it.
Like, baseball's a summer sport. You know what I'm saying? So, but really, we all know the storyline of Major League Baseball. Who could beat the Dodgers? We know what it's all coming down to.
Who can beat them? Who can out finance them?
Yeah, but they 15-4 or something starting off. Like, come on, man.
See, they kick it off right into it. Like they don't miss a beat.
Yeah, like, can you see anybody beating them 4 out of 7? Can you see anybody beating them in a series, man? Come on, unless they get a mass of injuries, like I can't see nobody touching them. It's really much them against the world.
San Diego playing pretty well though right now.
Yeah.
Oh, that's because the team is being sold for $3.9 million. I don't know.
But they always end up beating San Diego. It be hyped up until the playoffs, and then the Dodgers blow through them.
Yeah, that is true. That is so.
But you know how it is with series, though, man. Like the better team usually gonna, like 97% of the time, the better team wins the series. Like 4 out of 7. That's what makes like the NCAA tournament or in NFL so intriguing, because one bad day you done.
Right.
Like, so it's not always the best team really wins it. It's just who's on the best run. You're not beating a better team 4 out of 7 games. I mean, you just not. That's it's hard to do.
Right.
You got to take that juggernaut down 4 times. Come on, man.
Hey, Kevo, what's with all this money flying around the WNBA, man?
Hey man, they fought for that.
It's
They
a
still
lot.
on business and got it. Now I don't know what the flip side, what they losing. I didn't really pay attention. I see everybody the minimum salary went up. Everybody getting main players getting like $1 million. A'ja Wilson got a guaranteed $5 million contract.
Yeah.
She the highest paid in the league. She got like a 3-year, $5 million, whatever it is. Guaranteed.
I thought
guaranteed.
the contract, until I looked into it for Leah Boston, I thought she had a better contract. But then when I looked into it, I was like, oh no, A'ja that woman.
She the best player though. She should be the highest paid. That's
No, she ain't the highest paid no more.
She is now.
No,
she got a guaranteed $5 million contract, bro.
Aaliyah Boston just signed a deal either yesterday or the day before. Aaliyah Boston.
When you look into that deal, it's 5-year, $6 million. Hers is 3-year, $5 million is fully guaranteed.
Right. Asia's is 3 years.
I thought paid in totality. Asia the highest paid per year.
Per year, annually, yeah.
Because I was like, how the hell that? Then I looked into the deal, like, oh, okay, I see it now.
I got you.
But you know what, man? The money flying around, bro. They getting it from somewhere.
I'm happy for them, man. I'm happy that they, you know, they getting a little paper. They still ain't getting NIL money, so it ain't like people still gonna be jumping ship to go to the WNBA.
For them,
no, they ain't doing that. But just think,
increase.
If all this money came out of somewhere, all this money came out of somewhere, which means the league had it all along. Think about that. Where all this money coming from?
Yeah.
I
mean, but they've been operating in the red for the last 10 years. So I mean, allegedly. Yeah.
But where's all this money all of a sudden coming from off of negotiation? Where's all this money coming from? All of a sudden, players get $1 million.
They've been cooking the books.
I mean, you could have been giving them players that, and the players knew it, and they stood.
They've been cooking the books. They had to get their accountant out of the country.
Facts. What y'all think about the Sky, man? We look like they trying to put a little something together, dog.
Yeah, I was just gonna mention, how does the Sky keep, all these years they ain't had top players, and then those players get mad, they bounce, but they keep getting players. Now they got my girl Skylar. I mean, damn it, I'm going to a game. I'm going.
Yeah. I'm going to see Dejanay.
I was gonna say they put a squad of baddies together. Rakia Jackson.
Yeah.
You're a baddie too.
We got you, Rakia. You be all right with us.
Hey, that's a fellas night for sure. We all showing up at the game.
WNBA.
Hey, I'm gonna have my Skylar. I'm gonna have my Skylar.
And then we take them out and show them summertime shot.
Right.
Hey, let's keep it a buck though. They ain't gonna be making no money. They ain't gonna be making no money until men start going to games. You know what I'm saying? Until the men start going to the games, and the side did their part. This is a squad of baddies. Squad.
They told Angel Reese, you know what? You're right. We're gonna start with you. And then we're gonna bring you right. You know what? We do need to get the squad together. Let's do this. Let's get rid of you for a bag of chips. And now we're gonna bring in some of the finest players. Oh, we put it together. We got it. Don't worry about it. You were right.
Right.
My sign gonna say, "I dig you, Diggins."
I'm digging you, Diggins.
Right.
My sign gonna say, "I'm digging in." I'm digging in.
Hey, Diggins.
Yes.
Bad decision time.
I better make sure I get
her since she was at
I better make sure I get this up then.
No,
I better get this up. The common sentiments of the show talent.
It's probably about 3-5 years too late with Skylar, but for
Skylar actually shocked me because she's been in the league long enough to know don't mess with the damn Sky. Now she's been in the league long enough to know that. So the minute she complained, I don't want to hear it, Skylar. You've been in the league long enough. Rakia, what's her second, third year? Something like that?
Yeah.
Dejanay, So they not vets like that to understand you don't go to the sky. Skylar Diggins knows this. So she better not come in here complaining because you just seen the sky at action for years.
Maybe she want the big market, kid. Maybe she want the market. You know
but you know how they get out, dog. It's all love at first.
Yeah.
So
we know
she's been in the league long enough to know better.
We know it's gonna come to a crash, but
yeah, but you know the biggest thing they can't resist. Jason was on the other day talking about this, and he's like, the number one motivating factor is money. Remember, they got rid of all them people. The girls from the sky got rid of all them people. Had about 2 people and a ball girl left, which means they had a lot of money. They went after a lot of them.
Did they bring back Vandersloot?
Yes.
She was coming off of ACL. She back?
Yeah, she back. What you also have to realize too, as you talk about this new look, this is also year 1 of a new WNBA. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't just everything, especially with the contracts, but you got this next influx of players from college, you know, NIL era, you know, big names, big players, and things like that. This is more so to me kind of like a new year 1 for them because they on center stage now. Like people gonna really be looking now at this product, especially now that they have approved the expansion. So they have to go all in on this product. So I fully expect to kind of see hopefully some significant growth in their popularity and, you know what I'm saying, with they future stars. Hopefully you'll get a full season out of Caitlin Clark. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. See what Angel gonna do down in Atlanta. Can she get them on a playoff run? Can anybody knock off Indiana? Things like that.
Hey,
Dallas, you know, Atlanta was in the conference finals.
Exactly.
So they were already good without her.
Dallas with Fudd and Page. That's gonna be
I don't know how they got them two together. They gonna be bunking together. They gonna be roommates. They gonna be doing everything.
All that.
Literally.
And you mean everything.
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 I think whatchamacallit turned her out too. I think Paige turned her out.
Hey.
No.
Paige, look, you could tell in Paige eyes. Paige
So,
spitting checks.
Were you upset when they asked? Give me your thoughts. Were you? It was too personal. Did you think it was out of bounds, out of line? What do you guys think?
That was a reporter fishing for the goods.
Too personal.
Too personal.
I think it was out of bounds. You can look on AZ Fudd's face. Like, really? So this is my opening press conference? You worry about my personal life?
Yeah. Yeah, it was bogus.
So you want to get out here early and get into Mr. Reporter. You want to get out here early, jump on it, like you to be the one to come on, dog. Right. Everybody knew the business. Everybody know they together.
Right.
So you get that girl fresh out of college, fresh out of the NBA draft, you and her personal business. You ain't asking how she gonna fit in with the team, none of that. You go straight in her personal business.
Yeah.
That's out of bounds to me.
Definitely out of line. You don't do that. Especially like Kev said, your introductory press conference, like that's
how you come out the gate.
That's where we going.
Right.
Yeah, because for a lot of these players, this their first time kind of being.
But don't they ask men athletes, they ask male athletes about they mention other people, their significant others, don't they? So
no,
if you want to be treated equal, now you're getting you want all this money. Isn't that?
No, man, not at your introductory damn press conference. No.
Yeah, I don't think you've ever seen it. The one thing out of draft that you kind of see.
Statute of limitations?
Bro, hey man, that's the introductory press conference. I'm new to the team. And the WNBA is a trip because college basketball ends. They go right into the draft and they go right into preseason. Training camp, whatever. Right? They go right into it. It's nonstop.
Wednesday start.
So if I'm new to the team,
in 2-3 weeks,
say I'm a personal, but you don't even know me. I just got here.
Well, and let's be totally honest. It's a little more sensitive you know, because of the, you know, LGBT stuff. It's a little more sensitive. It's more sensitive, man. So you know, to come off like that, you know, like it, I don't know. You know, that's, I don't want to say the wrong thing, but you know, it's not a normal thing. You know, you just come out, and she may not want that to, you know, even though we know it, that's that unsaid, like,
You don't want that to be
said, unsaid, you know what I mean?
I'm a player first.
Right.
Exactly.
Right. You
But
know,
I did like the way the Wings, the way they handle it. They kind of like, you know, deflected, kept on moving on with the conversation.
Well, they jumped in, which means, and they probably told dude, hey dog, we ain't doing that.
Hey,
don't come in here no more with that bullshit. We ain't doing that.
He'll get banned.
Yeah.
He'll get banned.
Right. Or she will ignore your questions from here on out. Is what could happen.
Sean, can you lose your media
access?
Media access for stuff like
Yep.
that? You can.
That's what I say. You get banned. You get banned because
I got when I was doing covering the Bears, they gave me like a 2-week suspension. One of the questions I asked Justin.
Oh damn!
Dude walked right up to me like he's about to do something, and I was like, he's walking all like he got a little too much power. Like don't come in my face. And he's like, who you with? And I had to tell him who I'm with. He's like, are you supposed to be in here? I'm like, well, I'm in here, so I have the credential. Yeah, he came right up to me, and then I didn't get credentials for two home games in a row, and then the third one I got reinstated. They gave me a slap on the
back door.
So you can't get in trouble for that.
And they told Mr. Sierra, go clock out for me.
So is that a team thing though? Like the team can like suspend you?
Yeah.
Or is it like a network
thing? Yeah, because the team decides who gets credentials or what.
Okay.
They said, Mrs. Sierra.
No, what they're doing, it's a team thing. You want to protect it. You want to protect your players. You don't want any really, really hardcore questions. Which is why if you ever listen to Bears questions, like they don't ask difficult questions. It's all powder puff and everything because they'll rip your credentials in a heartbeat. Like
this, how they did you?
They're like.
He's like, he's like, you came in the front door, you keep it up.
I was like, yeah.
It ain't gonna be so easy if you go out the back door now.
They came to you like, why are you even in here?
You remember what did you
literally,
ask
man?
Like you got to tell us the whole story, man. What did you ask him? You remember?
I asked him the question about the third down situation. And I said, do you guys? I said, were you frustrated? I said, and are there anything else you can run? Except the quarterback, the tush push, the screens. I said, is there anything that's a little more? I can't remember the word I used, but did you have anything else to run? Because all the little things you run on third down sucked and it didn't work. And one of the things I asked was, do you have a jumbo package? No, did he? Where you're bringing an extra lineman. I said to try and get 3rd and 1. I said and manhandle people as opposed to these wide receiver screens and things like that. And that's when the dude came up to me and was like,
"You asked the actual football.
Who you with? What?"
What I'm saying, you asked the actual football.
Yeah,
question.
God forbid.
Personal. Wow. Dang,
yes.
Okay.
No, it wasn't personal. Yeah, they can't. I'm telling you. That dude, as soon as Justin left, like, all right, thank you very much. That dude walked over like he was about to do something.
Damn.
I'm telling you, like if it was in the street, he'd have got stole off. I'm like, man, you don't walk up on somebody like that.
Right.
But he had, he figured he had credit. I knew he probably had some power, and I was like, oh.
Wow.
Yeah, that was crazy. So yeah, you can get your credentials pulled, and they don't got to tell you. They just, like I said, I was gone for 2 weeks.
So I'm pretty sure that even though they announced it, they didn't announce the dude probably got at least suspended, if not banned. Like he may, but I think that was worthy of like banning him completely. Like
man, that's our first news conference.
As long as it's not by his company, like they don't have to.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, speaking of crazy stuff, man. Yeah. What about Luther Davis former Bama player,
Oh,
man.
I thought you say Alshon Jeffrey.
Well, that too, but these players with these insurance and loan fraud scams and stuff, Luther Davis impersonated Michael Penix, Xavier McKinney.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
David, what is it? The tight end, Njoku, in Njoku. For
To the
loans.
point he dressed up like them. Like he went to the full thing with it.
They said he used prosthetics and everything.
Right.
Yeah. Dressed up like
a con man. You know what I'm saying? You didn't it's con man's from the dawn of time. And just because you an athlete, just because you popular or got a little fame, whatever it is you want to call it, don't mean you ain't got that gene in you. So he obviously was a con man, thought he can get away with it like most con men do, and like most con men do, he got caught.
That's some inside shit, though, man. You know how hard it is to get a loan these days or buy a house. You got to damn near give.
Oh yeah,
you got to give DNA, man.
There's some layers to it, Lefty.
It's a whole lot to it. So somebody working there getting it too. Like it's something going on.
That's just like your boy.
I agree.
Your boy Damon Jones is the first person that's pleading guilty. First person to talk gets the deal, right?
Every time.
First person that talk gets the deal.
But you know,
I see you paid attention to Law and Order SVU class, huh?
Yeah.
You paid attention, huh?
Yeah.
They said he did the most though.
They gave him that Red Lobster Ultimate Feast, and he was
he was in a jail cell like.
thing.
But what it sounded like, Chauncey, I'm not gonna say he was set up. Chauncey was there as a chess piece. Like, hey, Billups, get down with us. Y'all come on, you know what I mean? Sound like Damon Jones was literally telling people, hey, Brian ain't playing tonight. You might want to, you know what I mean? Like he was doing other stuff plus the poker.
DY, you always got a fall guy. You watch Law and Order enough, it's a fall guy that they trying to pin it on if it all go down.
Yeah, you got to have your little gopher, you know what I'm saying, right, to say, hey, you gonna take this fall, or you know what I'm saying, they finna come and holler at you, but you know, don't say my name or whatever. This dude was just out there bad. The fact of the matter that he did it off of popular people, that's the thing that kind of gets me is you took popular names and faces, and to Luck point, it is hard to get your name on something, but everything is so digital right now. I remember the first time I bought a house. I bought my first house in 2006. I never met my realtor. Never met him. I talked to him on the phone 1,000,001 times, and I was working on the road at the time, but we never had a face-to-face meeting until the day I signed all the paperwork.
Damn.
So and things are way different.
Signing that paperwork, man, that is a book.
Shit, it's more than
and they
that.
be like, sign here. Hold on, let me read this.
Right. Yeah, but definitely I think it's some inside work going on with that too. So he ain't the only one going down. And he gonna go in there like Nino Brown.
Oh, what's the name? What's the guard?
This big Nino Brown.
From Miami. I think he got out of it.
Yeah.
Terry Rozier.
Yeah, I think he.
Rozier got cleared.
I think so.
I don't know if he clear.
Yeah, I don't think he's clear because they ain't even had a
severe. He's not as severe as them though. Like Damon Jones was the most severe.
But Rozier was like in game though. He was like throwing pulling himself out of game.
Bet the under on me or some shit.
Yeah, bet the under on me, shit like that. So yeah,
I think his was singular, not like got a whole.
Yeah,
it was just him.
The rest of them was in that poker. And like I say, Damon Jones was like, it backfired on him because he did that with AD, and AD ended up playing. He told him to bet the under. AD ended up playing the game and going over his stats or whatever.
Ain't that crazy?
So kind of put a red flag on him.
Always hurt. is the one that screwed you.
Right. Now you want to play.
Right.
Right.
That ain't karma.
Right. Now you want to play. Ain't that some shit?
He's the one that got you pinched, as they say in the mob. Pinched.
Well, sound like it's gonna be some Rico case.
And did Portland fire Billups yet or no?
Yeah, they announced it that same week.
Yeah, Billups, they gonna go that week.
Did they fire him though? Because my understanding, dude was an interim. The guy used to play for San Antonio. He was an interim coach. They never announced.
Well, he was going to be interim no matter what. What happened was they removed him from the team. They didn't actually call it a firing, but it's essentially a firing. There's no way back.
Right.
He could get acquitted of all charges. He's still not going to come back and coach that team.
No,
He's not.
No, I got that. I just never heard he was actually fired.
Yeah,
and that interim tag, you might as well take that interim tag off because he had them young boys playing and they in the playoffs.
Right,
So,
they made the playoffs.
Yeah.
now they finna get
thrashed.
jumped on. They finna get jumped on, but hey,
baby steps, dog. You got to start somewhere.
They get a game.
You got to start somewhere.
now do y'all
They get a
think
game at home.
do y'all think it's crazy? Will Anderson, $150 million for a defensive end.
Market resets, dog. NFL's a lot of paper, man. And what Michael was the highest, right? Like 44.
Yeah.
So
first,
that's 3 years.
That's a big jump.
That's
they gotta pay that Houston defense though, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't let the defense walk because they all young. They all young.
But they got to make a decision on CJ Stroud too.
Well, this gonna be the year.
Well,
they got to make a decision.
I'll give you one more year, young brother.
Yeah.
As I told Sly, Ohio State's quarterbacks ain't shiggity.
Damn.
Is Stroud playing on the 5th-year option, or did he get an extension?
No.
They didn't extend him.
No, that's why they letting him play it out.
They let him play it out. They let him play it out.
That's letting you know.
He didn't get extended.
That's letting you know.
Well, that's actually smart.
Maybe you know what? I'm thinking of Jordan Love. I'm like, he making $40 million a year. I'm thinking of Jordan Love.
Yeah, that's actually smart, man. He didn't regress, since that rookie year.
He got Stroud got the old Purple Rain treatment.
Yeah, it makes sense, but I mean,
they're gonna let him, and it's gonna be a big year for him.
Because that Houston, that's a Super Bowl defense right there.
Yep,
that's a Super Bowl defense, and the quarterback cannot be the reason that they don't cash in with this defense. And like we know, just like we talking about in the shop, man. Like by the time Caleb up, it's gonna be $70+ million a year. Like it's gonna be ridiculous. So everybody else just sat back when Will Anderson got when they announced that extension. Everybody else was like cha-ching.
Yeah,
let's go.
That's why they trying to get Caleb done now.
Yeah,
they're working on it now.
Yeah, they want to get it done. Yep.
And Caleb is a businessman. He came into it as a businessman. He ain't gonna sign nothing. Y'all better come correct.
I think he gonna get a Patrick Mahomes type deal where they can kind of move the money around and play with it. Because Caleb want to win too. He don't come off like the type of cat that's gonna kill a cap.
Well, don't they restructure Mahomes every year?
Yeah, that's how Mahomes' contract was set up. It's kind of set up where they can restructure it every year. So I could see Caleb signing something like that. Look, I'm looking at that. I mean, the money's going to be more, but that type of structure.
Right. Give him a hefty signing bonus.
Yeah.
Run that after 2-3 years.
Mm-hmm. Signing bonuses and that guaranteed money that they throw out makes a player go ahead. Oh yeah, we can restructure. You finna give me all of this? Okay.
Hey man, I want to acknowledge House comment. He said I lost my media access when I went topless. I'm uncomfortable. I don't want to read that again. He said he lost his. We were talking about media access. House said I lost my media access when I went topless.
Well, Lefty, you just made the whole panel uncomfortable by reading.
I want to try to share my pain because I read it and I can't unsee it.
Yeah.
Don't feel good. Yeah.
You know what? Just because you read that, we gonna pay some bills.
Yeah.
Commercial.
I need to throw up.
So, Sean, take us to a quick commercial, man.
And we still here.
Because Sean is throwing up in the back.
911, operator 901. Where's the emergency?
127 Brymere.
Okay, what's going on there?
I'd like to order a pizza for delivery.
Ma'am, you've reached 911. This is an emergency line.
Large with half pepperoni, half mushrooms.
You know you've called 911. This is an emergency
Do you
line.
know how long it'll be?
Okay, ma'am, is everything okay over there? Do you have an emergency or not?
Yes.
And you're unable to talk because...
Right.
Is there someone in the room with you? Just say yes or no.
Yes.
Okay, it looks like I have an officer about a mile from your location. Are there any weapons in your house?
No.
Can you stay on the phone with me?
No. See you soon. Thank you.
Every day, we take steps to keep the people we love safe, but some health risks are easy to miss. Ticks hiding in the yard can spread germs, like the ones that cause Lyme disease. Mice searching for food can spread bacteria that makes us sick. Mosquitoes lay eggs in standing water and can spread West Nile virus and more. Cockroaches are drawn to water in the home, leaving behind allergens that can trigger asthma attacks. Common pests can threaten our health. Learn how to protect your family at pestworld.org.
When I'm flying, I put my helmet on, my visor down, my mask up. You don't know who I am. Whether I'm African American, Asian American, Hispanic, white, male or female. You just know I'm an American airman kicking your butt. I'm General C.Q. Brown Jr. Come join us.
No, I don't know though. I'm scared. I mean, you're so...
Do you know that you're in my lane? No, not at all. Are you not paying attention? Are you texting? I was just checking in with my mom. I was telling her that I thought we'd be home by 6. It's okay. There's enough time. Just pay attention. I'm not even halfway through my text. There's no way. I'm not even going to look up. My babies are in the car. You have to pay attention. It's just supposed to be a quick text. I'm so sorry.
Yo, we back, man. So we about to get into this NBA. Now, before we start talking about the playing games that happen, how y'all feeling about Prime having a lot of the games on? You know, I was looking for the games. What was that, Wednesday night? And I was like, what a game. And then it's on Prime. So what's y'all thoughts with Prime kind of taking over some of this NBA?
They signed the deals for it, so they got to do what they got to do. But I think in the playoffs, man, they took it away from the locals. Like local stations didn't have their own playoffs, so I think that was wrong. But They signed the multi-year deals, man. I get it. It is what it is. It's today's technology, but I think the locals should have, especially like the play-ins, like the locals should have, you know what I mean? Like Portland locals should be able to broadcast their own game. I don't think that was right.
You don't think the local affiliates had access to broadcast?
They did not. Look it up. They did not.
Only the playoffs, right?
For the playoffs, yeah. So all play-ins was on Prime.
Yeah.
So everything comes in starting today.
Are you sure about that?
Yes. Right. Yes. Because they made a Mike Breen made a big deal about it.
Okay, because sometimes they'll have, like for the Bears, when the Bears are on Prime and or some NFL teams are on Prime, the locals like will still have it on Fox.
You'll still have it on Fox, but they didn't do that for the NBA. All the play-ins was on Prime. Every last one of them.
Damn.
Yeah, you couldn't get it in the local market at all.
Mike Breen made a big deal out of it. He that's unfair for the fans.
Speaking of that, you see this may be the last year for a little bit off, but Sunday Night Football on NBC, maybe moving to Prime or Netflix. I just read it last week.
Now, the one thing
that's ridiculous too.
The one problem that I had with it, well, two things. If Prime, you coming in and kind of, we can say almost like taking over, but you gotta have better. The halftime show is trash. I mean, it's trash. And then
that's your boy UD and Dirt.
Your sideline reporter. Last night game, I was watching the Golden State game. The sideline reporter, he from London or whatever. You couldn't even hear him or understand what he was saying. It was just like, what? What'd he say? It's like they got to get better.
I mean, it's their first year. It'll get better. It'll definitely improve. As it goes on.
The amount of money they're making.
Yeah, it's the new way. It's the new way of the world, man. Everything's about streaming now, and I mean, which is something we're gonna have to deal with.
Like the Raptors and the Cavs, they on Prime Video right now. That's the first game of the day. It's already on.
ESPN, ABC, all them come in today, right?
Yeah.
For a later game.
I'll tell you what, the actual playoffs.
They got the Rockets and the Lakers tonight on ABC.
I'll tell you what about Prime though. That pre and post show with Taylor Rooks. I give them 5 stars for that.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
I mean, she's straight, but UD and Blake Griffin and I could pass.
Yeah.
I could pass on that.
I didn't even know they was on the show.
Right, because that's all you saw is
Yeah, the only one thing I'm paying attention to.
Well, I mean,
Taylor gonna bring them in, but she's just like Maria on Sunday Night Football. You know what I mean? Like you watch for her.
No, Maria talks sports. I don't hear nothing Taylor saying. That's how that works.
You don't hear nothing. So
Charlie Brown's teacher.
Yeah. They got to put them more on the court. You know how the facility that they use is awesome. They got to put her on the court so she is from behind that desk.
Who you talking about?
I think they'll learn. I mean, they'll learn. Like Lucky said, they're gonna get better. They put up a lot of money, and the last thing they want to get is horrible reviews. And believe me, people will tell them what they like.
But they gotta get some personality too, man. Blake Griffin don't have no personality like that.
You know what? Out of all of them, Blake got the better personality out of all of them on that panel.
And Blake's gotten better throughout the season. Like Luck said, this their first year trying it. Like they couldn't pull in heavyweights. You couldn't pull no ESPN people. You couldn't pull no people off of ESPN and ABC.
Reggie Miller then went to NBC.
The NBC, right? They was already locked in anyway. So you got whoever else was available from TNT went over to NBC or went to ESPN. So they pool of talent was they play a heavy. A lot of they color commentary, a lot of they broadcasters, interview, they all players. They have very few journalists, I should say.
Journalists.
Kind of keep that in mind as you watching the product. The product digitally.
Don't you think?
So what?
I'm sorry. Sean? Go ahead. I'll say, don't you think though, if they say they take over, won't they? Don't you think they might go after some of the talent that was on? So if you said, what are you talking? NBC or Sunday basketball NBC, or if anything that they take over, some of the broadcasters they may go after and bring them over just because one, they're out of a job, but two, it'll bring some familiarity to the fan base with a crew that they already know. And streaming services, if you don't know, dude, those things, they got money for years.
Yeah.
Like I looked at the other day. I just looked up Netflix. It's 650 million users worldwide, and the smallest package, Diddy, is about $10, $11. That's $3 billion a month.
Yeah,
a month.
I think the biggest
they
thing
go
they
get
got
whoever the hell.
right
Now you understand why they. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one.
That's how they taking over.
I think eventually you may see the transition.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
But for right now, because these journalists and players are under contract, with ESPN, with NBC, with whomever, so it's hard to pull that number. I mean, they would look. I mean, and Taylor Rooks wasn't the top at her industry as far as journalism, but she was available. She definitely went for the goal. Look at old girl they just pulled off ESPN.
And the visuals is amazing.
Whatchamacallit, black chick. She running in the
eyes.
Come on Prime.
I forgot her name. Did she go to Prime or Netflix?
Who?
She was. She
went to Netflix. You talking about Ellie Duncan?
Yep.
She went to Netflix.
Yep. So when you got a scenario like that, that's where you may see, them stepping up. You see Netflix doing it, Amazon will soon follow suit. So it's just early on in the product stage, product development. They'll get it better. They'll get some more colorful people in there announcing. I mean, you got a slew of basketball players who getting ready to retire, who are made for television. When my man from Golden State get done, they gonna throw the bag at him.
Oh, Draymond already, his contract, they waiting for him to just sign. He probably got a predated.
And he on TNT already?
TNT is done.
They done.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Well, he was on there filling in a lot, and he actually was do well.
He's actually pretty good. Like Draymond made for media. Like he's
facts. He like a new Charles Barkley.
So I just looked up the NBC contract. So they're not going to streaming platforms unless contracts run out for the individual talent. NBC Universal has signed an 11-year, $76+ billion media rights that'll go through the 2035-2036 NBA season. So you're not going to be able to pull some of their talent off unless their contracts end and either side doesn't want to renegotiate. So you're going to get the Reggie Millers and that whole crew until 2036.
Yeah.
So Tracy McGrady, Melo, Vince.
Yeah. And Melo ain't really great. He got better throughout the year too, but he's not really. He kind of look awkward. Everybody in there in a suit. He in there in a damn.
Well, why don't he wear a suit and tie like everybody else? How about that?
He got hoodies on and
Pelly.
Like he on this podcast or something.
Wait, hold on. You said he had on a Pelly.
I'm like, yo, like he just looked like
it sure was a Carl Kanai.
It could have been.
Averick said his Averick's jacket
It
on.
could have been. Yep, definitely. So it's like, where's this? Like, dude ain't got no class at all. No wonder La left his ass.
Come on, man.
No class.
Yeah. All right, man. So the play-in games,
like school in the summer, no class.
Right.
Man, listen, y'all crazy, man. But the play-in games, you had out of the four, I think you had two very good ones. You know, but speaking of that play-in, Hornets, Miami, how that game ended. Please, I really want to hear y'all thoughts on that. Kevo, I'll let you go first.
On what game?
Bam, Paul, Melo, and the ball ankle grab that put Bam out. Man, what was your thoughts on that? Because he should have been suspended for the following game, but they didn't do so. So, what's your thoughts on that?
Well, they weren't gonna suspend him because you didn't even give him a flagrant during the game, and the ref was standing right there actually. But it should have been a flagrant one. I don't think it was deemable to kick him out the game. It's at Charlotte; they were never going to throw him out the game. But he should have got a flagrant one. But at the same time, you can't then come back and suspend a man when you didn't call nothing during the game. That would have been unfair too. Can't do that. If you didn't call nothing during the game, you can't suspend the man in the next game. And the ref standing right there and missed it. Like you reprimand the referee. Don't take it out on the player because you didn't call nothing on the player. So that would have been wrong for me. But yeah, it was dirty. And come to find out, he did that before the ban.
Yeah.
So that's what made it messed up. But I don't think he should have been suspended. If anything, you reprimand the referee that was standing right over it and didn't call nothing.
I get you on that, but what if that had been Draymond or Brooks?
That's reputation. But then the ref would have called it immediately if it was Draymond or Brooks.
And both of them got a history, a record of doing stuff like that. Like Millhouse just said, repeat offenders. So yeah, they more than likely. I don't know if they would have got necessarily suspended for it, but big fine, yes. Bigger fine, yes. Maybe a suspension for repeat offenders, but I definitely feel like he probably should have got a game. When you change the tide, that's the team's best player, and you change the entire tide of a game off something you did deliberate. To me, that warrants a suspension. Like, to stop these players from doing stuff like that ever again, you got to send a message.
Well, here's
the problem with that. How you gonna review the tape after the game and then suspend the player? And don't get on the ref that was standing directly over the player and didn't call nothing. Why you go back and suspend the player? Why don't you suspend the damn ref?
Refs
the ref was standing right there and didn't call nothing. You can't go back and suspend the player because of the outcome. That ain't right.
Well,
if you didn't even call a foul, let alone a flagrant. You can't go back and suspend him. That ain't right.
But I will tell you this. I did go to a Bulls game this year when they played Charlotte, and Bulls tickets, I was on the floor, and Melo is a dirty player, bro. I mean, I was sitting there watching the game, and dude does some dirty shit in the games, bro. I mean, for real. And I'm like, y'all didn't see that?
That's what I'm saying. If the refs are not calling it, bro. Don't you remember when Grayson Allen first came in the league out of Duke?
He was
known for all the dirty shit he was doing.
Yeah, he was known for that.
The refs were calling it.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm saying, I'm not excusing Melo. I'm just saying you can't go back retroactive and suspend a player when the ref was standing over the player and didn't call nothing. Come to find out, he didn't did that before the ban. So now he's under repeat offender when they play each other next year or whatever. But you can't, especially doing they won a play-in game. Now it's for all the marbles Friday. Well, you can't suspend him out of that game. You can't do that. Believe it or not, he's a star.
Why?
You can't go back and suspend him because you didn't make a call.
The way they looked yesterday, they might as well have suspended him.
Well, yeah, I mean, it didn't matter. But I'm just saying, you can't. They was never going to suspend a star out of a do or die game when it had all the ratings in the world attached to it. It was a do or die game, 2 do-or-dies on a Friday. But they're not going to retroactive suspend them because they didn't even call a damn foul. You know what I mean? Like, they were never going to do that. If anything, you get on the ref that didn't call anything. Can't go back and suspend the damn player.
Back to a do-or-die game, Kev, when you had when they suspended Draymond during the finals. Remember that?
Draymond been under the repeat offender thing, though.
So that do-or-die theory?
But that was his he reached the number of text, though. That's right.
Was it that
Draymond?
There you
go. Okay.
Well, my thing is this, why can't the NBA do like the NFL? So why doesn't maybe they could do like the NFL, like they can fine you even though a flag isn't called. You lower the crown of the helmet and then a flag's called and you get suspended in a week, you get a little pink slip and your check's a little light. NFL does that. NFL will call if it's something that they deem that's out of that crosses that goes against their strict rules. They will fine you even if a flag is not thrown on that play that they review it.
Well, they did that.
Maybe the NBA.
Okay, well, fine them, but you can't go back and suspend them when the
They did that. They fined them like $35,000.
No, that was 50.
Oh, Melo.
It came out to 60. It came out to 50 or 60. It came out to 60 grand. Remember, we were talking about it in the thread. I'm like 60,000. Oh, that's gonna hurt his pocketbook. But it came out to like 60 grand. Yeah.
Okay, so they fined him, right? My opinion, you can't go back and retroactive suspend him when the ref didn't make a call. They got replays.
I get it.
When Bam went down and fell on his back, they should have replayed it right then and there.
Suspension or not, that's when you take the law into your own hands. You're not hurting my star player.
Oh, I agree. No, I agree.
And think for 1 minute you're gonna get a game-winning layup, and you're gonna come to the bucket next. No, hell no. Like
I agree with that wholeheartedly. That should have happened the next play.
Bam is your star. Now you can put somebody on their ass without making it look horrible, but he definitely should have hit that floor a few times. It ain't no way you gonna do that to my top dude. And you gonna continue the game without a scratch on you and clean? No, do you getting a headshot or something? Something.
Yeah, he would have left that game with a bloody nose somehow. He would have caught an inadvertent elbow.
Check this out though. That was in the first half.
Yeah.
They could have reviewed. They could have saw that at halftime. Like, oh, we didn't see that.
Right.
He should have got put on his ass in the second half at some point.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
At some point.
Trust me, Udonis Haslam was
the number 11 guy in the bench
going crazy. Haslam was in the studio going nuts.
Yeah.
He definitely would have checked himself.
That's where you put. That's where you put your number 11 guy on the bench. Like, all right, you got 3 minutes.
Right.
Right. You know why we're here.
3 minutes, Biff.
Hey, Sean, Haslam would have suited up and just, I'm checking in. Let me go in the game now. I'm checking in myself.
I don't care if it's a layup,
suit up. He just was throwing on some good shoes. Give me them shoes. Give me them shoes.
Oh yeah.
Take off my jacket. I'll leave the tie on.
He gonna catch one of those rattling screens, them screens that shake your whole body. Oh, he would have got something. He would have got something.
Now I got a question for y'all.
Do you think Pat Riley was in the stands like, hey?
Right. Alonzo Mourning was there too.
Right. Riley old school. He like, oh, okay.
Yeah, he gave the Phil Jackson. He gave the Phil Jackson whistle. You know what that means?
Oh yeah.
Right. So now, Golden State.
Hooty-hoo!
Is this the end of Kerr?
Yes.
Ain't his contract up?
Yep.
Steve Kerr?
Yeah,
it's the end of Kerr.
It would not shock me if he walks away. It would not shock me if he has a conversation with Steph. And like, hey, man, we gave it all we had. The run is over. They're probably going to rebuild. I'm out. And now Steph got to make a decision whether he want to finish his career there or not. But I would not shock me at all if Steve Kerr just jumps up and retires. That wouldn't shock me at all.
Wait a minute. All their contracts were coming to an end this year. Kerr, Draymond, and Steph.
Yeah.
So now it's decision time.
I thought Steph got an extension or something. Was it 1 year?
Yeah, I think Steph's still under contract.
No, I think they all ending at the same time.
Yep.
Damn.
I think Steph. Well, they must extend. He must have got an extension for 1 year then, if that's the case.
No,
Why did he extend for 1 year?
Yeah.
He just got an extension. Man, making $60 million. He just got that.
The way they hugged at the end of that game, man, it kind of
looked like that was it.
They're like, it's over.
You're right.
They're like, hey man, hey, we had a great run. That would have looked like to me.
You're right. He signed a 1 year, $62.6 million extension through the 26-27. He got 1 more year.
You got 1 more year. Yeah.
Well, Steve Kerr's up now, right?
Yeah, I think, and then they said he having some health issues too. So
yeah, he having some health issues. Now they got draft picks and they got capital for the first time in maybe 5 years. So can Dunleavy do what he needs to do to get them back relevant?
It's gonna take a while.
They gotta start over, bro. It's over, dog.
Unless they gonna land Giannis.
Great run.
It's gonna.
San Antonio went through the same thing. Great run. It's over. Hey, let's get some young cats up in here. Now Steph got to make a decision. He'll probably play next year, no problem, right? Even if Kerr walks away, he has to make a decision. Do I literally want to stay here the rest of my career, knowing that we ain't gonna win?
You know what? For some reason, though, as strange as it is, I can't see Steph leaving. I just think he's.
I don't think he wants to, but
he's Mr. Golden State. I think he'll play. Got to play next year.
You got to play next year, and
he'll
now
probably sign another year or two and do a retirement tour. I can't see him not at this point, not at this stage of his career. You know what I mean? Like he is Mr. Golden State, man. Like, you know. So I just can't see him leaving.
Hey man, we couldn't see Dominique Wilkins leaving Atlanta. We couldn't see Patrick Ewing leaving New York.
Those guys were pushed out.
But
those guys, they were pushed out. Ain't nobody pushing.
I'm saying, bro. Hey man, it happens. But that's gonna be on him though. If he wanna go try to win another chip or something, that's gonna be on him. If he just say, hey, I'm gonna retire, Golden State, I'm a lifer, then that's cool too. I get it. But they gotta get some young cats in there. Like it's time, man. It is what it is. You done rode this as far as they can go.
And like
you said, at the end of that game, that was, hey fellas, we had a great run. Love y'all. That's what it looked like to me.
They got some decent young players now. Draymond and Curry expire next year. Both got 1 more year. Draymond got a $27.7 million option. I don't know if I re-sign that option, but if you do,
he got a player option.
Yep. If you do that, then I could see Kerr coming back for 1 more year. Maybe he do a 1 year deal. But yeah, I agree. At what point in time do you make the decision to say, all right, it's time to turn this thing over? They got good young players actually right now.
Yeah, they missed the playoff 2 out of the last 3 years, man. I mean, we've been saying it probably for the last 3 years that it's time to move on. Even when I didn't understand them trading for Jimmy Butler either. You know, like it seemed like they were trying to get this last little one, and everybody's like, no, it's over. And I mean, you got to look at with Steph's age, his health. You know, them knees is like he was on minute restrictions, man. He missed a lot. He missed a lot of games this year.
27.
I mean, unless Steph want to do them a solid and say, you know, get some picks for me or something, trade me or something. Maybe something.
That's what I'm saying. The decision got to be his.
Yeah, if he want to do it, but I can't see Golden State pushing him out, and I can't see him leaving. I don't see them pushing him out.
No, they'll never push him out. They won't push him out. It has to be Steph's decision. Like, hey, my coach finna walk away. We had a great run. I want to go win another chip. Like, it has to be his decision. If he decides to just stay there, whatever, then that's cool. No, I respect it. But it has to be, they'll never push him out.
So let me put a scenario out there for you all. If you put yourself in Steph Curry's shoes, the team's giving you the option, say, hey, we want to get some picks back. We want to try and rebuild. We'll give you your pick of the litter, you know, granted, if they got the picks, what team in the East would you like to see Steph Curry on, and you think they can make a championship run for 2 years? Because it's only going to be a 2-year window. What team in the East? It don't make no sense for him to stay in the West.
Well, they probably won't. They probably won't keep him in the West.
So window would be probably Detroit.
But it can't be New York and Brunson there.
I can't see.
I can see Detroit, him and Cade.
Why you can't see New York?
It's Brunson there.
You get rid of Brunson.
Man, yeah,
I don't get rid of Brunson. Why you couldn't run those two together?
Because Brunson dribble. Shoot.
Right. They have to change the whole, because now Steph was there. They have to change that whole dynamic.
And they wouldn't even,
Steph don't bring the ball up every time.
And they wouldn't be able to stop an AAU team on defense.
Right, they too little. First of all, they too little.
Brunson on the court and shit.
Bro, everybody is little. Ain't no seven. Ain't that many seven. This ain't the land of the seven.
If you want to do box office, then it's New York.
Yeah,
I can't. Cleveland got too many guards. I mean, you got to trade somebody to get them. But I'm just saying.
And I can't see him going to a small market like that. Those small markets. So
it got to be New York.
Out of it too.
He in a small market now.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but he gonna leave. He gonna go to another small market. Steph is
box office.
Yeah, box office.
Now, I could see.
What about Miami?
That's a good question. Miami definitely.
Well, Miami could finally do something, Pat Riley. I mean, damn.
They rumored every year to get the top player, and they never get them. They rumored to get Giannis.
They never do, and they always true, and they always end up in the damn play-in. So,
well, I think that's Pat Riley, because Pat Riley be wanting the kitchen sink and everything in the deal, and he'd be like, nah, nope.
Yeah, but Miami makes sense. I mean, definitely. I mean, Steph gonna be an upgrade over a lot of cats, even though he's not as, he's not young anymore. But who would they move? What's the?
Golden State don't want nothing Miami got.
Yeah.
What about?
I'm just saying, you don't have to do the math on it.
Right.
I'm just saying, what team do you think would be a good fit? Because I don't.
Miami definitely would in the East.
I don't think staying West is in his. If he won a championship run,
I'll throw one out there for you, DY. Boston.
With Tatum and Brown?
Ooh.
But you gonna get rid of one of them?
No.
Just add them.
You gotta trade somebody.
Yeah, you giving away some of their hard hat players, and then they got to bring in a bunch of role players. I'm just being hypothetical.
It'll be great on 2K.
Yeah, I was gonna say it'd be a great video game squad, but
great video game squad. But no, the hard hats is who make Boston, man. I think you have to
exactly.
Yeah.
And Tatum and Brown are ball dominant. Like you got a team like Miami that don't have a ball dominant person. Mm-hmm. I think is a good fit.
He could play with Hero. Tyler Hero.
Hero and Bam.
Yeah.
They need to trade Hero. I'm sick of him.
Hell, if Giannis want to stay in Milwaukee, maybe Milwaukee. There's Steph there with him.
He's not staying.
I think Giannis is going to. If it ain't New York, it's going to be Miami.
Man, I'm so sick of him in that story.
I'm sick of him too.
Why don't he balls up and just say he won't out, man? Stop playing. Like,
I don't want to be the bad guy.
Demand a trade.
Giannis for what is it? The oil company. Last night I said this dude is
wow.
Why not Chicago? House, have you watched the Bulls? You see the shit show going on here in Chicago?
Shit show for sure.
Yeah.
So now we
said win a championship, not come here to die.
Was this is the first time
He'll let you say it. If I would have said it, I'm a hater.
You had 8 teams that lost 55 or more games this year. 8 teams down there in the trash market. I'm gonna call it the trash market. You had the Wizards, the Kings, Pacers, Grizzlies, Nets, Pelicans, Jazz, and the Mavs.
And throw the Bulls in there too.
Yeah.
They wasn't at that low percentage point.
Oh, they wasn't. They didn't lose 55.
By the way, where does Ja go? Well, go ahead. No, go ahead wherever you're going with it. But yeah, go ahead.
Out of those 8 teams, can any of them do anything in this off season to get them out of this trash market?
No,
it's hard to
Indiana.
say.
Indiana was by default, man. They lost their player, their best player. They traded Miles Turner. Like Indiana's kind of default. Everybody else was actually trying to lose, bro.
The only team that I say that's gonna make a run next year is the Mavs. That's it, because injuries killed them off, and then they shedded dead weight.
But I got a feeling they're gonna tear it down even more though.
Right. I don't even know about that. Kyrie gonna be gone.
Dallas gonna go backwards more before they make a jump. They're gonna move Kyrie. All them old heads is out of there. They're gonna move Kyrie. They're gonna probably move a couple of those bigs. They know the people that were built around Luka. And
you mean
like big boys.
Everything is around flag.
Yeah, everything's about flag. So yeah, why they already off to a good start, they should end up with another quality player. Seeing this is a heavy draft. It should be some pretty good players. Utah actually got a lot of young talent too. As crazy as it sounds.
Well, they was tanking because they want your boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, they want dude for BYU.
Yeah, they want him bad.
Yeah, but I mean they got some players over there, and Jaren Jackson there now. From Memphis. So Utah, if they do get a AJ or somebody, they can make a jump.
Jaren Jackson Jr. ain't seen the paint since what? His first year in the league. Everything with him is always on the outside, bro.
Still an all-star, still one of the top defenders in the bigs in the league. So he's an asset. And what's the rookie from this year? The one that was acting a fool at first. He finally got his stuff together. I forgot his name. But Utah got a couple of young dogs over there.
Yeah, they do.
Bailey.
Yeah, Bailey. Yeah. Ain't Markin still there too?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now he'll be out of there, I think.
Yeah, they could get some from marketing. So I think Utah could make some moves and possibly be a play-in team next year.
Okay.
What is Sacramento doing?
I think the NBA gonna try to get AJ back out east.
Think?
Because they building, LeBron, Steph, all them on the end. So they got to build up their new stars.
Yeah.
And he from the East Coast. And they struggling on the East Coast. I mean, you got to think about the TV markets too. You typically don't want to see your best player, your best up-and-coming player in a horrendously small TV market.
Yeah, Sacramento, Utah. Yeah,
we talked about the impact of streaming has on everything and how far it reaches. I think the NBA is very conscious. I think that's one of the things that got Adam Silver in this spot that he in right now. I don't think he managed that well. I think the draft lottery is a little bit outdated. Like, you want to eliminate tanking, just get rid of the draft lottery. Make it like the NFL.
So I already get to the point where you don't see the balls drop no more.
Right.
You essentially get to the point now where no matter what, after a few years, the worst team can improve.
Yeah, but then they already were tripping on tanking this year. So you think if they got rid of the lottery, you think tanking will get worse?
They was tripping this year because it was blatantly tanking this year. Like you win in the game, you take all the starters out in the fourth quarter and lose.
Yeah,
like they were deliberately taking this year.
Yeah, Utah was terrible.
So they got out of hand.
Utah got out of hand with it.
They making guys have surgeries and everything. They're like, nah.
Yeah, you
trade for Jaren Jackson, then sit him out for the rest of the year. So yeah, Utah was blatant. Like it was, but what can you really do to stop that though?
They playing by the rules,
bro. Yeah, like what can you really do?
It's blatant, but
yeah.
The only thing you can do is take money away, and they can't do that. Salaries have gotten so low. Dude, back in the day, NBA players had off-season jobs. So they wasn't trying to miss any game check. They would dope themselves up. They would use all type of elixirs and potions to keep themselves not missing a game.
Right.
Now salaries have gotten so ridiculous. Like we actually had to argue, or that the NBA had to argue the point of MVP consideration because players ain't playing more than 60 some odd games. How ridiculous does that seem? That you could eventually have an MVP that play a little bit more than half of the season, and they the MVP.
Do you know Luka missed 20? He had to play 20 more minutes to even be in that conversation.
No, I thought they rescinded him.
Yeah, they did.
They did. He's eligible. Yeah, because they took that like circumstantial with the daughter, the birth of his daughter. So I think they eliminated that. So he like that was certain. And him and I think Cade is it Cade Cantona?
Cade had an injury and Cade. Yeah.
But they didn't do that for Ant-Man though.
No, because Ant-Man was tricking off.
His guy denied.
They know he was tricking off.
Right.
He was shooting the club up somewhere.
I mean, Cade had a collapsed lung. I mean, come on, man. Like,
yeah, man, and he was clearly top 5 MVP throughout the year.
Right, he had a collapsed lung. I mean, ain't too much you can, ain't nothing you can do about that. But I do like that they are willing to at least go back and look at that. You know, instead of just being harsh with it, like, no, 65 is 65, that's the point. When you do have, you know, circumstances, it could be a death in your family, a birth of a child, you know, and a legitimate injury, not when I'm just being careful to save myself for the playoff type shit.
No, they were legit. That man had a collapsed lung.
Yeah, like legitimate, you know.
Now, House, you might have something where you take away some draft capital for these teams when they start to tank. You take away their draft capital, they'll stop that.
How do you determine that they tanking?
Right. That's the thing. Unless, like, I don't think nobody's gonna be as blatant as Utah just was.
Well, again, you taking your starters out when you winning, and you bench all your starters in the fourth quarter and lose the game. Like, that's blatant, bro.
Yeah.
Okay, so how do you measure that? Because you have to quantify that action. How do you measure that? Do your starters have to play a certain percentage of minutes per game per season?
Well, I don't know how deep you could go.
Yeah,
to kind of like, you know what I mean? Like, coaches, that's coaches' discretion, all that. So that'll get tricky. But blatantly, they were blatantly trying to look like, when you blatant with it, it has to be some type of punishment. I don't know what, but
because the most you can really do is just find teams, you know. But at the end of the day, is it hurt the product overall.
Yeah.
Right? It was a lot of shitty NBA games this year. Like, really, really bad games this year.
And like you said, that many teams.
But let's be totally honest, the NBA's been top heavy for a minute now. It's been top heavy. You got about 6 or 7 teams that's really worth watching, and everybody else is like whatever.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it is. I mean, you have to find, and now you throw this tanking in there on top of that, and then you finna bring an expansion team in. You finna expand too. So I don't know, man. I don't know.
Because what the expansion teams are, Vegas and Seattle, right?
Yep. Seattle. Yeah, Vegas too.
Yep, Seattle and Vegas, yeah, right now.
Seattle been mad that they lost OKC to OKC for years now.
Well, they've
been trying to get back in for a long time.
They've been wanting to bring the Sonics back for the longest. They've been talking about that.
Well, Seattle got a good fan base, man.
Decades. Yeah, they had a huge fan base. And that green and gold was pretty dope too.
Oh yeah,
Carol.
The Xavier McDaniel era.
I had a pair of X-Men. X-Men, baby. Yes, spot built.
So the playoffs are already jumped off, man. Like I said, you got Cleveland, Toronto on right now. What series do you want to actually see?
Spot built.
Spot built. Right. Hey man, they was chunky and heavy.
Mm-hmm.
So who you looking to see in this first round, Kebo?
I actually think the Knicks Atlanta series is gonna be good.
Yeah,
Atlanta was hot leading into the playoffs. Yeah, the Knicks beat them, but I think that series. Now I got the Knicks in 6, but I think that's gonna be a good series, bro. I do.
Lefty.
I'm with Kevin on the East, the Knicks and the Hawks. Even I think Toronto and Cleveland is going to be a good one too. And the West, believe it or not, I think that Lakers-Houston series is going to be a lot better than people think.
Well,
especially if Luka can come back by game 3 or 4.
They got KD on the possible injury report.
The Lakers just need to split the first 2 games.
Yep.
If it's 1-all, they guaranteed to come back to LA.
If you could stretch it, if they could somehow, like Kev said, split, but I think that's
a higher seed.
Yeah, they got home court.
You said
they're not favored to win.
You said come back to LA. They'd be going to Houston after 2 games.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying it'd be 1-all, right?
You said it didn't go back to LA.
Is this 3 out of 5? This 4 out of 7, right?
Yeah.
Right, out of 7.
No, he's saying if they win 1, it's guaranteed to come back to LA.
They're coming back to LA. Even though the next 2 is in Houston, they still come back to LA if they split the first 2.
I got you.
Yeah.
That gives time for at least one of them come back. Austin Reeves, like one of them.
I think that Nuggets Wolves series is going to be decent.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's going to be good.
Has anybody really watched Toronto though, man? Toronto is not bad, man.
As we say, they not sexy. They just go out and play.
They not. But that coach got them boys playing hard. They pretty. That's that. And Cleveland has been underachieving like every year. We waiting for them to take a jump. And
Cleveland better not lose this series, bro.
It's 42-47 right now.
Now we got something wrong. Something wrong, bro. They got too much talent for that.
Well, you know what's wrong.
James Harden.
No, don't blame Harden. He just got there. Don't do that. Don't do that. Unless he flames out in the playoffs, don't do that. He just got there. This is on Donovan Mitchell.
You already know he's gonna flame out, Kevo.
Don't let it happen. You can't all of a sudden start blaming him. This is on Donovan Mitchell. This is on Mobley. This is on the guys that's been there.
Last year though?
Huh?
Didn't he mess it up last year though?
No, Harden just got there this year.
Come out for the Clippers.
I thought he got traded mid-season last year.
No, this year. He literally just got there this year, mid-season.
Everywhere he go, he flames out, bro. So he got to get
fine, but let it happen.
This smoke sometime, Kevin.
Bro, no, we ain't doing that. If Cleveland wimps out, this is on Donovan Mitchell. This is on Mobley. This is on the guys that ain't got it done that's been there a couple years. Don't put this on Harden. No, we can't do that.
So
that ain't fair. That ain't fair. Because now you're giving Mitchell them a pass. You've been there about 3 years.
Oh, no. They don't get a pass, Kev.
Mobley, all them. Jared Allen, come on now.
They all get the smoke, Kevo.
As we talked about with the flagrant foul thing, repeat offender, James Harden. He's a repeat choker.
Right.
So yeah, he gonna get the smoke, Kevo. Sorry.
No. I'm saying
that's his reputation.
You got to
no. Well, all I'm saying is this: yes, he has a reputation of fading out as the playoffs go on. Absolutely right. I can't defend him. But if Cleveland goes out early, this is squarely on Donovan Mitchell. This is on Mobley. This is on Jared Allen. All the players that's been there, Max Strus, all of them that's been there the last couple of years and they done flamed out. We got to put that on them. You can't just say, "Well, Harden is here, so we lost." Nah, we can't do that.
You do know he gonna get some smoke. He gonna get some smoke, dog.
He gonna get some smoke, Kev. I don't care what you say. He getting some smoke.
I think that
they better not go out early.
I think that Cleveland-Toronto series is probably one of the best in the East. They're the most evenly matched up teams, but a cat like Donovan Mitchell, as good as he is, if he can't will this team to win, to beat them, I think you got to start reconsidering how this team is made up. Now, in the West, definitely the Lakers to see LeBron and KD both will their teams to win during this going into the playoffs. Like both of them playing real good right now going into the playoffs. So you anticipate that match, you know what I'm saying, carrying over into the playoffs. I think that's probably one of the more intriguing. I'm a little concerned about the Denver, Minnesota. You got to think about it. Those two had a battle. Didn't they battle in the Western Conference Finals a couple years ago? Or was it a semifinal?
No,
like they had an epic series against each other.
2 years ago, wasn't it?
I think that was the final when Denver went on to win it.
Yeah.
They had an epic series against each other.
Yeah, they had a battle. So
damn.
But them two teams, man, that's about health, dog. That's them two is strictly about health. Ant-Man was banged up. Gordon, like that series is strictly health to me. But I got Denver winning it.
But I'm with D-Y, though. There's some good matchups, though. Like, that's a good, like, you go down the rosters, it's definitely a good matchup.
I think no matter what, you finna get Boston, OKC, and like it was supposed to be last year, and see who the real deal is. And Boston playing great right now.
Yeah.
They are.
It'll be a shame if we don't get that series.
Yeah, it will.
And I think they beat Detroit. Detroit, to me, outside of Cunningham, they don't have a secondary go-to.
Right.
So they're good defensively, yeah, and all that. But you play against the better teams, bro. You got to have, like, Shea got help. Cunningham, and Boston played defense too.
And I think Mazzola should be up for Coach of the Year, man, because this was supposed to be a tank year for Boston.
Yeah.
With Tatum being out and what he did with Tatum out, man. Jaylen
What
Brown should be in a conversation.
I love what the front office did, man. That Vooch, bringing Vooch in, that was big.
Yeah.
We're going to see how that pan out in the playoffs, though.
But
how you fit in, actually.
I cannot go without saying Doc Rivers is done. I couldn't miss this one.
You couldn't wait to say that.
I'm surprised we got this deep into the show before he said it. I thought that was going to be the opener.
Hey man, did he cut you on the 8th grade team or something? What's this vendetta that you got against Doc Rivers?
Hey man, I don't have a vendetta against him. It's just the dude got the most comeback losses in history of the NBA as a coach, man. And he keep finding job after job. I don't know what he got in his trunk as far as evidence on these owners or whatever, but he keeps finding the job, man. And I didn't like the fact that the way they did my man when they brought him in to be in Milwaukee to help out with the team and all that, and then he just came like he stabbed him in the back and took his job, man. I just didn't like that.
Well, I will say, Doc
going to the Hall of Fame.
Doc rode that one championship for a long time. Didn't he? Won that one he won in Boston. He rode that
as much as he could ride it,
man.
Because his debacle and with the Clippers, he had a squad.
Yeah, Lob City, he was supposed to at least get there, like one time.
That wasn't his fault. That was Chris. Did Chris Paul get hurt
every year?
Yeah. And it probably was a hamstring.
Hamstring.
Yeah.
But they was up 3-1 in one of them series. So
yeah, he blew 2 3-1s, didn't he?
Yeah.
Damn.
Then he blew. I know he did one with the Clippers. Was one with Philly or no? I know Lob City lost 3-1 before.
Yeah.
Chris Paul should have been eating oranges at halftime instead of now laters.
Orange slices. Should have been eating some real fruit, huh?
Orange slices.
Orange slices.
Wow.
Tearing them up.
Well, hey man, win came to the end of this ride, man. This went kind of quick today. So we'll go with parting shots. DY, I'll let you go first.
Man, great to be back with you fellas, man. Conversation debate, always fantastic. We didn't even scratch the surface of this week of sports in the next couple weeks, but appreciate everybody for tuning in.
KDL.
Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Taking a ride with us. Appreciate y'all. Stay tuned for a lot more.
Lefty.
Yeah, repeating what as the fella said, man. Appreciate y'all tuning in. It was a great ride. Big sports week, NFL draft Thursday. If y'all ain't doing nothing, man, come kick it with the fellas at Eduardo's. We always do it big for the draft. You know, we may even fire up the grill, man. Stay tuned. We may put something out there. Come through and check it out. NBA playoffs, man. WrestleMania today and tomorrow, and May 2nd, the Derby, baby. Fedoras and Derby hats. DY gonna be on the tables with DJ Phil, man. We gonna do it big. Put some clothes on. Come on now, get your sexy on with the fellas. May 2nd at No Lows. Come through and holler at us, man. 9942. I can't see that. South Torrance.
You can see that.
Yeah, of course. So yeah, man, come on out, man. It's gonna be a great time. Stay tuned, man. Summertime shot coming. Got a lot of stuff coming up. One Smoke, One Love in September. Y'all know how we do.
Hey, man. Speaking of Derby, get your hat game ready. Get your hat game ready, and as my mom say, get shitty shop.
Casket shop.
You casket shop, baby. Isaac, I expect to see you out there, man. With your hat on, man. So get your hat game.
We even had Kev in the hat.
K&G, here I come. K&G, here I come.
There it is.
Yeah, I ain't really a hat dude, man, but I'll partake.
I think I got the perfect outfit, man. I got the perfect outfit. I think I gotta go get some shoes. The shoes I want from my guy. They're on sale. I think I got it.
Let's get it, Sean.
Let's get to it.
Man, as I always say at the end of every show, where there's smoke,
there's the
fellas.
You can take us on out of here, Sean.